Just a disclaimer regarding the debt discharging stuff. These are my best tips from learning all this. I'm seeing that some people do have adverse action. These are the best tips that I found that could help with that. So basically, I suggest you do make your payments. You keep making your payments until you get the debt discharging. That's tip number one. So let's see, please pay bills while trying to discharge debt. Do not stop paying until the discharge happens. So that's tip number one. Tip number two is in the cover letter, include in cover letter, discuss how adverse action is illegal. Ask them not to close or restrict per the laws 1002. It's 12 CFR 1002 actually. It's regulation B. So that's the law that they have to comply with. And if they don't, they are violating you. And you usually can find the violations under Title 15. So, and you can report that to the CFPB. I'll show you where they talk about that. So this is the definition here. And this is where, see, they consider it discrimination under this law. Under this one, a termination of any account. Okay, so if you go read that, it does talk about adverse action and what does adverse action mean. So under this, it's they shall not take adverse action. And what does it mean? And they have different meanings, and one of them is a termination of an account. Over here it says or, but that's something else. This is one of the things. So they shouldn't be taking adverse action, especially if you're still continuing to pay your bills and you're just exercising your rights. That doesn't mean they won't do it. So that's one of the risks you have to take if you're going to try the discharging. That's why you should use it in an account that you're willing to do that. Willing to either have success or failure. Or, not necessarily failure, but you're willing to keep going until you get what you want. But the account can get closed, especially if you stop paying and you don't tell them anything. So adverse action is when they close or restrict your account for exercising your right. So if you stated that, then you can complain. This is where, so 1, pay your bill. 2, in the cover letter, tell them about the law, that they should be complying. And then 3, if it still happens, you can go to the CFPB, which this is their Consumer Finance Gov, and you can submit a complaint. This is the law here. See, it's the Equal Credit Opportunity Act under Regulation B. So they call it discrimination. And you can see for consumer credit, they do honor this law. So you can just state what happened to you. Like I showed you the parts that they shouldn't be doing. You can tell them that they did that and then show them a screenshot or a copy or a recording of something. And if you can find the violation, it might be 15 USC 1682 or 92, or you can ask for damages. If you find, it depends on how many things they did. So you have to look through Title 15 to find out where the violations are, and you can get up to 1,000 for each damage. And I'll probably review the violations in another video, but this is just to try it. So if you don't pay, right? If you don't pay, you get a late fee on your account. It's hard to remove off your credit if your account is still open. So say you're doing this and you're just not paying, but they didn't close your account. Then you get a late fee. So once that goes, after 30 days, it can go to your credit report. And then After that, it's hard to remove off there. Then if you try to remove it, they might close your account. So it's better just to catch up on your payment and then ask the customer service to remove the fee. If you've been a good customer, they're probably going to do it, but there's no guarantee, but you have nothing to lose. And then this is not legal advice, and that's all. Those are the tips. Bye.